Have any of you ever forgot to label something when you're planting it in spring in your garden, and then it comes up and here it is late summer and you wonder, oh my God, what is that? What did I plant there? Well, that was the way with me. But I wanted to share with you what I planted because this kind of goes with that SHTF, what would you grow in your garden? Because this is an excellent thing to grow in your garden. So I had to go back in my order slips and figure out what I ordered, and it was black-eyed peas, and it was the heirloom variety Queen Anne. Now this is something that's grown widely in the south, and it's even grown all across the world, but not as frequently in the north. But this variety, Queen Anne, grows well in the north and the south, and it did very well in my garden once I figured out what it was. Now let's look a little closer at it. So when you take a closer look, you'll notice it looks more like a bean. And even though it is considered a pea, it really is related more to the asparagus bean. And I grew the asparagus bean once, but I'll never grow it again. It really attracted a lot of ants that did not want me touching the plant. Now these peas have a lot of other names. In addition to black-eyed peas, they're called crowder peas, cow peas, southern peas, field peas, and butter peas. So why am I saying this is a great vegetable to grow in your SHTF garden? Well, for a number of reasons. One, it's an heirloom variety, so you can grow it true from seed. Two, you can eat it fresh, or you can eat it dried. So it's very versatile, and you can let it dry right on the vine. Three, like I said, it can be grown in any climate, basically in the north or the southern states here in the US. So very versatile. Only 68 days to harvest. So some of you might be able to get in 2 harvest periods. It has a long storage life, a year or more when properly stored. You don't really need to add any fertilizer. In fact, if you have too much fertilizer, you'll just make vines and not as many actual pods. It actually fixes fertilizer back into your soil. So grow something that is heavy, nitrogen needing the next year, and you can thank your black-eyed peas for fixing the nitrogen. Now this heirloom pea has been grown for a long, long time. It was grown by the colonists in the US. And it's, like I said, it's pretty popular down south. And for some reason, you're supposed to eat black-eyed peas on New Year's Day down south. If one of my subscribers know why, please comment below, because I do not. But it's supposed to be lucky for you. Now, if you are picking the fresh peas, you can pick them whenever the pods are about 4 inches long. You want to pick the pod, bring them into the house the day before you want to eat them, because then it's much easier to shell them. So if you want to cook the peas, you want to cover them with water, add a little bacon grease, and maybe a pork or something else, and you have a very filling dish. If these are dried peas, you want to cook them at a low temperature for 1 to 2 hours. Now, believe it or not, some people like the juice that you cook the peas in better than the peas. And they actually dip their cornbread in it or even just drink it. Personally, I like the peas better. So if you can see here, we have a fresh bean, a little long, and then right next to it here, we have a dried bean. Pick off the dried bean. And I should say that these plants only get about 2 feet tall, so they don't take up a lot of space in your garden. Okay, so here's your pod. If you break it open, you see? Here are all the little black-eyed peas. You see that little? Let's count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 little peas in a pod. And they're so easy to shell. And now all I have to do, I vacuum pack these, and I can keep them for a lot longer than a year. Now you take your bean and you just split it like that. See how easy the beans come out? Really takes no time at all. That's all there is to it. And look at your nice black-eyed peas. I thought I'd share with you what I think is an excellent SHTF garden selection. And I hope you try it next year in your garden. And if you've been growing black-eyed peas for a long time and have some any advice, please comment below because we all learn from each other. This is Prepper Potpourri saying please subscribe, share the knowledge, and thumbs up if you like this video.